Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking for a John Doe, and for some reason I felt like I didn't want to skip over this one. I noticed it and I thought, well, I'll do a video on it. And look at his shirt. It's orange and blue, and I just felt like maybe somebody would see that shirt and know where it was from, I don't know if it's like a uniform shirt for work maybe, or some kind of sports kind of shirt. I wasn't sure, but I don't know. But I felt like maybe somebody would recognize his shirt. And he was located in Las Vegas, Nevada, June 25th, 2005. Estimated date of death was 3 to 12 months prior. Homicide by gunshot. He was shot in the back of the head. He was 25 to 45 years old. 5'6" to 5'10", according to the Doe Network, but Namath says 5'8". And it said he had, they don't know the weight, but he had a slightly muscular build. And he had medium brown shades, light to dark brown, various shades on his scalp, they said. And it talks about his clothing. You can pause it and read it if you want to. And the hikers found the skeletal remains in a remote desert area cave that you couldn't get to other than by crawling. So it sounds like somebody shoved him into the cave and piled rocks in front of the entrance and hoped nobody would find him. So, and then the bones were somewhat buried, located south of Lake Mead Boulevard. It says less than 4 miles from, I don't know how to pronounce that, Los Feliz in Las Vegas, Nevada, June 25th of 2005. And you can pause this and read it. If you have any information, there's a phone number for the police department, so you can contact them, please. Even if you feel like it's hearsay, you're not sure if it's relevant or important, you're not even sure if it's true, but you heard it. If you have any information at all, you should contact authorities and let them know. And then I was trying to look for, orange and blue shirts, trying to think who would wear it. And then, yeah, a reflective might be good so that people could see you. But I don't know if they had any teams with that kind of shirts. But I was just thinking, well, maybe, hopefully somebody sees that shirt and knows, where it came from. And so this is the Namath case right here. It says 5'8", and it says 2004 to 2005 is the estimated date of death. And I only went back probably as far as, because it said 3 to 12 months prior, I think I only went back to April or May of 2004 looking for a John Doe. So it could be sooner maybe, I don't know, because it just says 2004 there. And you can read this if you want. And here's a picture, and I'm going to look at some John Does that they have. They had a Jared Lee Story that went missing from Las Vegas, Nevada. He was 29 years old. May 9th of 2004, it says last date of contact, but he was last seen by his mother on Mother's Day, May 9th, but she believes she last spoke to him February 8, 2005, which would still make him a possibility for the John Doe. He called her, asked for money, Western Union, never seen or heard from him again. Brown, short curly hair, clean shaven, hazel eyes, left hand, third finger is raised. Because you would think that if it's going to be a John Doe, it's going to be somebody from nearby or in the area, right? 5'7" is about the right height because it's estimated to be 5'8". The remains are, so I would think that he could be him, but I'm not certain. So I'm going to include him. And then there's another man from Sherman Oaks, California. And he was 27 years old, 5'8", 165 pounds. Robert Spellman. And he lived in Woodland Hills, California. But he was last seen about 8 p.m. on April 12, 2005 at a family member's residence in Sherman Oaks. And the family was expecting him to visit again on April 13, 2005, but he didn't show up. So that means he went missing April 12th probably. And his family stopped by his house in Woodland Hills, California the next day, where his things were found in a disarray, which is very unusual for him. So everything had been gone through. He may be driving, his vehicle's missing, a Lexus, 1998 Lexus, with a rear spoiler or a green 2004 Porsche Does that mean the Porsche is missing too and the Lexus? He may have traveled to Las Vegas, Nevada area after his disappearance, but this has not been confirmed. Does that mean that one of his vehicles maybe was found in Las Vegas, or one of his cars was used in Las Vegas? So that makes me think that the John Doe could be him as well. Brown hair, blue eyes, possibly wearing workout clothing or jeans and gray Nike Shox shoes, and possibly carrying a blue Adidas bag. Expensive watch and silver rings. So, and there's some of his images. And we can look and see at the John Doe again. And we'll look at him. You see his photos. Okay, and then we're going to go to ones that are further away. We have this man missing from Solano Beach, California, 28 years old. 5'10" to 5'11", might be a little bit too tall. March 20th, 2004. So he was last seen and heard from after checking out of a Marriott hotel. His gray Nissan truck was found abandoned on Pacific Coast Highway near the entrance of Torrey Pines State Reserve. Impounded. It had his passport, his luggage, his computer, his cell phone. His shoe, socks, glasses were found at the edge of a cliff overlooking the ocean. Brown hair, blue eyes. That sounds a little bit horrific. Then we have this man missing from Cathedral City, California. 5'8" and 175 pounds. He was last seen July 1st, 2004 in Cat City, California. Black hair. And he has black hair, and I believe the other person has brown hair, so I don't think that could be him. But I left him in there anyway. And then we have Todd Allen Rice, missing from Unknown, California. 5'9", 165 pounds. Last seen in, I don't know how to pronounce that, but in California. He was reported missing by his fiancée, who reported Todd was a truck driver who lived out of his truck. So there's a possibility. Brown hair, brown eyes. Let's see what else we have. We have, this man is from Boise, Idaho, 5'10" to 6 foot tall, so he might be a little bit too tall, 35 years old. And I would think it would be somebody in Las Vegas, or somebody who was going to Las Vegas. I wouldn't think it would be somebody this far away, but this is a few hours away. He was last seen at 7 p.m. at a McDonald's in Boise, Idaho, when he returned his minor child to the child's mother. He was driving a 1995 green Range Rover. Brown hair, brown eyes. He had a mustache and a goatee. So, gray silk shirt, tan leather jacket. I don't know what happened to his vehicle. And then we're going to look at some of these. This one you've already seen. I was browsing through the Doe Network trying to see if I could find anybody. And there's this man. And he was the one from Sherman Oaks. We've looked at him on the NamUs case search. And I'll scroll through here and you can pause this and read it. So he was last seen at 1:30 a.m. at a family's residence. Okay, and then we have this one. And he was seen in California, June 29th, 2004. 44 years old, 5'11", 210 pounds. Benjamin. Benjamin, also known as Ben, was last seen at about 4:45 a.m., leaving his residence. He stated he was leaving to make an appointment he had later and hasn't been seen or heard from since. Wow. And Chad, who went missing from California, May 29, 2004, 5'9", brown balding hair. 6 p.m. He left his residence in his roommate's vehicle to drive to a mailbox located just a short distance away. An hour later, when he didn't return, the roommate went to look for him and found the vehicle in a ditch on Road 408 near Woodlands Camp. Investigators recovered his shoes with the vehicle that had been crashed into the ditch. It was later learned that a person matching his description had been given a ride by a Woodlands camp employee to a general area of the elementary school soon after the crash, and that he had been acting erratically. A search and rescue operation was conducted, but he wasn't located. I don't know. That whole thing just sounds crazy because I don't know if the story's true or I wonder what happened to him. Why would he be acting erratically? He only went to the mailbox and never came. Something just seems, I don't know. Something just seems a little bit off. It's been since 2004. Wow, it's a long time. We have Mr. Perez, missing from Chula Vista, California, May 16, 2004, 5'8". He's only 18 years old, so he's a little bit too young. But I decided to leave him in there. Brown hair, green eyes. They do have his DNA. White t-shirt and blue jeans. So these are all families with people who have loved ones that they have no closure for. They've never been able to scatter their ashes even, or anything like that. So they don't have any closure. They don't know what happened to their loved ones. So if you have any information at all, even if you feel like it's hearsay, you're not sure if it's true, you're not sure if it's relevant, you heard it from somebody when they were drinking and talking, you know, any information at all that you might have, you should share that information with authorities so that they have it. Maybe it might help them build a timeline or help them in some way to be able to solve the case, to find out what happened to these people's loved ones. And then if you know who this John Doe is, please contact authorities. Maybe you even know where this shirt's from, so you can contact authorities and say, hey, I know that shirt, or I think I know that shirt, right? And, you know, if you know who this could be, please let them know. I just, you know, and I feel like it would probably be somebody, like Jared Lee Story was in Las Vegas, Nevada when he went missing, and he's about the right height. But then there's this other man, Robert Spellman, who might have been going to California. And then I keep seeing, you know, before this, I kept seeing all these people that went missing in Utah. Well, not a lot. Utah doesn't have, compared to some states, Utah doesn't have that many, as many missing people. But I saw people that went missing in Utah, and and they would, their vehicle would go missing, and then they would find the vehicle in Nevada. So the people would go missing in Utah, and bam, they'd be gone, but then their vehicle would show up in Nevada. Like somebody was, you know, taking their car and going to Nevada. So then I thought, wow, there's a John Doe in Nevada. I wonder if he could be somebody from Utah, but I didn't see anybody from Utah that seemed to fit the description or the time frame. So if you have any idea who this might be, please contact authorities and let them know. Anyway, don't forget to pray for their loved ones. Please feel free to leave comments, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.